Hey, what's good everybody? It's CJ Beatz. We're back at it again today. Today I was going to show you guys how I would make a Bryson Tiller Type Beat in Logic Pro X. If you haven't already watched the video on how to chop samples in Logic Pro X, I would advise you to watch that first so you understand that technique, and then continue watching this video. For those of you that already watched that and are subscribed to the channel and know what's up, we're gonna get right into it. Just to show you here, I have a 90s R&B song. It's by Melissa Morgan. It's called "Do You Still Love Me?" And when you're searching for these types of samples to make Bryson Tiller type beats, is so like 90s slow jam, 90s R&B type stuff. That's the sort of sample that I can hear with a Bryson Tiller type beat. So I would advise you to look for the same. All right, now I've already chopped up a few samples here, and we're gonna go ahead and open up our software instrument. All right, and we'll go to EXS24 stereo mode and hit the edit button. For those of you guys that don't see an edit button, what you want to do is enable your advanced tools. You can do that by going to Logic Preferences, and then you're going to go to Advanced Tools. Make sure this one is ticked off. You can also tick off all the other ones, which I did too, but that's the most important one. Show Advanced Tools, and from there you'll be able to see that edit button. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and highlight the samples that we chopped. We're going to go ahead and just import them by clicking and dragging them into the EXS24 sampler. We're going to go ahead and create a new group. Select one of the samples, hit Command A, and then simply click and drag those into the group. Go to your groups, set your polyphony to 1. These are the settings that you want to do when you're working with samples in EXS24, so that you can basically play them like an MPC. All right, so see how the sample starts playing as soon as I or stops playing as soon as I hit another sample, and that sample starts playing. So that's really important when you're working with samples. You don't want samples to interlap really and be played on top of each other, because that's really not going to help you in making sample beats. Let's go ahead and mute that first track that we sampled from, and now we only have the EXS24 sampler. First thing I'd like to do is always save my my sampler instrument, and I'll call this what was her name again? Melissa Morgan. Alright, so I'll call that Do You Still Love Me? Alright, this way I can always go back if whatever Logic crashes or whatever. I still have this these chopped samples in here, and I can reuse them if I'd like in other beats, etc. Alright, so now that these are all ready to go, you're going to turn on your EQ, turn on your analyzer. For those of you that already watch my videos, you understand that I think the EQ is really one of the most important tools in making beats, because you can manipulate the sound into working for what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, okay, we're going to go ahead and chop some of these highs out. So I turn my high frequency cutter on, and I'll just chop right there, and take a little bit of that low out, and just leave that range in there. Analyzer's on, and I'm going to play some samples here on my keyboard. I'm going to even chop some more of that high out. And I figured out the BPM for this beat by using, I actually used this earlier, but I'll show you again. You're going to go to metering. So I went to the audio effects, and then I went to let's see here, metering. Then I went to BPM counter, hit mono there, and you just basically let the beat play, and then a BPM will come up here, right? You're going to use that BPM and manipulate it here. If this one came out to be 85.3, you cannot set a point value up here. What you have to do is go to your list editor. Okay, and most likely you'll be on the event tab. You want to hit tempo, move this stuff out of the way so you can see, and here you can manipulate the you actually can put a point value in your BPM. Alright, so that one was 85.3. I'm gonna make this 85.3. Let's go ahead and see what we got here, and we'll just work on these samples a little bit. Gonna be on my correct track here. All right, I'm gonna let the ticker play and see how fast this is. Alright, so let's go ahead and record that segment, see what we can come up with. I'll loop off an 8-bar section here. Command R to record. You know what we'll do is make this shorter actually. Alright, so I'll stick with that. Basically just quantized all of those. I'll see if this is a good BPM for it. Alright, I can live with that. I turned on my my volume knob here, my MIDI draw volume knobs, and I can see all of them are not in the same volume, so I want to raise all of them to the same volume here. Again, you could click that on, these appear. I hit Command A in the MIDI region area, and that selects all of them so you can manipulate all of them at the same time. I brought all those all the way up, and let's see what that sounds like. I'm just going to mess with the EQ a little bit, see if there's anything else I can cut out to make it sound a little more Bryson Tiller type like. You want to basically leave space for the low end because we're going to be putting in 808s, right? And those occupy the low end, so it sounds good, but I want it to stand out a little more. Maybe we can use a little bit of compression on that sample to make it stand out and not get too loud. So I'm gonna use a vocal one. Let's see here. Let's try a rap vocal. I'm trying different presets here. I'm not sure if this is gonna sound good or not, but the threshold a little lower. Let's bring that volume up just a bit. want it to be a little less recognizable, so maybe we can add a little bit of distortion to that. Just looping that off, making that 8 bars here. Alright, I could start maybe working on the bass here. Got some new stuff actually that I wanted to try out for this. You know what? Nah, let's stick with the 808 that I know. Alright, let's see. Trying to find the key right now. Of that low end on there. What we could do maybe with the 808 is chop some of the highs out on the 808. It's true, like, just bass, you know what I mean? There's less of a conflict now. Let's see here. Maybe we'll add a little bit of distortion to that 808. See, I'm adding a lot of distortion but bringing down the volume. Makes it stand out a little better. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to use that. I'm going to start working on the drums now. And I'm just going to quickly bring in a kit that we can work with. Okay, so something's wrong with that kick. That was way too loud. Alright, I'm going to use a clap and I'm going to add a reverb to that clap. Platinum verb. record a clap to it. Too much of a reverb. We want that lower. You might need that metronome on. Okay, double click that. Close some of this stuff out. Select it. Duplicating the track, so got a new track on there. Turn the reverb off on that. Alright, let's record that. Countdown. Just freehand really quick. Nice little kick pattern. Duplicate it again. Alright, so I'm going to use note repeat really quick here. Turn my key remote on. I might want to use different pitches for the hi-hat, so I'm going to go ahead and create a software instrument. I'm going to be using the EXS for the hi-hat, and this way we could play different close this out here. We could play different octaves, different notes of the hi-hat, some high, some low. I'm going to search for a hi-hat really quick here in my files. Let's go to my drum kits here. I will go to drum kits, and then let's go to let's look at the hi-hats. Use that one. Okay, with note repeat on. Change that. Alright, so I'm going to start with 1/16th note here, and then we'll leave some spaces open to come up with some other stuff for the hi-hat. Key remote is enabled, and bring that down. I think changes the note that we're using. Okay, let's record that really quick. open up that MIDI region. Oops, I quantized all of them, but it's not what I wanted to do. They're already quantized because we use the note repeat, right? Let's copy little sections over, maybe here. Different octaves for those, maybe. Not really feeling the hi-hat sample. We could change that up really quick. Something a little more, something heavier. Let's try that one maybe. No, not either. Let's try. That works. Okay, and just to make this tutorial a little bit quicker, I'll have that repeat. On that 808. Maybe build a slide into that 808. I got tutorials on that too. That hi-hat's getting annoying. Chop some of that hi-hat out too. Sounds better. So let's come up, let's go ahead and record that 808. My metronome and countdown on. Alright, cool. That works. Let's go ahead and, quantize that. Loop it. That's cool. Maybe we can add some jazz on top of this stuff. Let's go ahead and Maybe use a instrument, native instruments. Thinking here, what can we use? You know what? Actually, let's maybe use some other soul samples, like vocal samples on it. I got some other stuff that we could use for this. Let's see. Something like that. That sounds good. I just want to. Let's see what else we got here. Let's try something like that. Maybe we can add a let's go ahead and add a delay to that. Use a tape delay. Yeah, something like that. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to chop some of those highs of that vocal sample out. I'm going to leave some space for the artist, you know what I mean? Don't occupy everything. Yeah, so I think I'm going to stop it there. I don't want to really make it too long, but I hope this sort of gave you like some inspiration in making your own Bryson Tiller type beats. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Put it in the comment section. My name's CJ Beatz. I'm out for now. Peace.